Okay, we are making the trek across the Caloosahatchee River on this quite significant bridge. So we were just camped right over there on the other side of those trees-ish by the park. And we gotta head up and over here into the town of Moorhaven. We're gonna keep on hiking through that. Good morning, everyone. It is day 10 on the Florida Trail. And we didn't quite do what we thought we were going to yesterday. We stopped at, 13 miles? Yeah, somewhere around there, at a park. I'll put that information down below. Unfortunately, so on our walk last night in our 13 miles, a storm came through and we took on quite a bit of rain. It wasn't horrible. There was a little bit of lightning, but it was blowing right in our faces, and that made it horrible. But it could have been much worse. So we got to that 13-mile point, and there was a little park there. That was our spot to get water and move 6 miles on, and we just decided to stay there. There's no camping in the park, but we went down the trail a little bit farther and just set up camp there for the night. So we are now, we just passed through the town of Moorhaven, and we are now moving on to that 6-mile point that we were supposed to get to last night. And then we'll likely just keep moving the 11 miles beyond that to get up to where we were going to stop tonight anyway, after our night hike tonight. But the weather is a little cooler today. You can see it's overcast at this point. It's only supposed to be like 81 degrees today instead of 88, 89, 90 like it's been. So we're thinking we might just come up here, dry out our gear a little bit at that 6-mile point, and then finish the 11 miles off. We'll see. We'll make the call when we get there. So that's the beginning of our day. Look forward to bringing some more to you as we move along. Hope you're having a great day. Not much of a change. Just continuing on this paved trail all the way, all the way around Lake Okeechobee. I'm assuming it goes all the way around, or I think we're taking this all the way up to the town of Okeechobee at least. So a little hard on the feet to be walking on this pavement all day, but it could be worse, I suppose. We've made it the 6 miles to the Camp C5A where we were going to go last night and decided to stop short. There it is. Doesn't look too bad. It's got a little pavilion there. Might be a little buggy, I would imagine, next to the water, but a lot of the past few days have been quite buggy. All right, here we are, just taking a break at 9 miles. Still walking along the macadam. Boring, flat, straight, but yeah, this macadam is hard on the feet, hard on the knees, but the miles go by fairly quickly as far as time, because we can walk quickly.
Well, we're doing something that we never do, and listening to.
Oh, that's true, yeah. We've actually started listening to a book. Thanks to a suggestion from our friend Larry. We're giving this a try, and it does help. Normally we don't do that, but yeah, this is, mentally it goes slowly, but physically it goes fairly quickly. So, all right, getting ready to go again. Another 4 miles till lunch. Now what? What do we do now? I guess we finished. We're at the end. All right, gotta figure out if we're going straight or right. Catch up soon. All right, we have arrived at the Lakeport campsite. Really just an open area with that picnic table under a small pavilion. But I'm gonna take a break here for lunch. And we've got 4, maybe a little bit more than 4 miles, I think, to the end of the day. And we're gonna stop at an RV park to camp for the night. We have made it to the Twin Palms RV Resort. We're gonna check this out. We're gonna stay here tonight and leave early tomorrow morning to do the last 17 miles into Okeechobee. So, we'll catch up with you here shortly when we figure out where we're supposed to go. All right, here we are with the wrap up. I'll say wrap ups, probably for 9 and 10. Because our days are so thrown off with doing our night hiking, so it's a little awkward. So so the first thing you'll notice is it's just the two of us tonight. So we'll say that. Yeah. So this morning, Larry had to make a tough decision to stop hiking with us. We'll just say he had some family issues he had to go take care of. So you know, it's that's what it is, and you know, it's life. So anyway, so unfortunately he is not with us. Hopefully we're hoping he will join us again at some point, maybe in a few weeks or whatever. We don't really know, so we'll just leave it at that. But Larry, if you're watching, we miss you already. So
take care, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, so starting out yesterday, I guess, or last night, right? We left.
We left. Where the heck were we?
The Clewiston.
We left Clewiston. We went to get dinner about 4 o'clock.
Right.
And at the marina, which we did, and then we started hiking at 5. Mm-hmm. Once again, it's all paved road, so it's super easy, but at the same time, it's hard on the feet and on the joints. Right. Just carrying that weight like that. I mean, we were cruising pretty good, but it got dark pretty quickly, and there were storms forecasted. So when we took a break about 5 miles in, it was dark, and you could see just ahead of us this kind of like black void. So quickly checked the radar, and sure enough, there was a huge cell that was kind of coming at us. So we quickly shifted gears and got our rain gear on and our hat covers on and that kind of thing. And by that point, Larry had caught up with us as well. So we were kind of all in this kind of, transitional state. And probably half mile after starting the hike,
it wasn't long.
It started raining, and the wind started up first, really, really gusting. And we're like, all right, here it is.
Which was good for the bugs.
It was, yes, because when we did stop to do rain here, they swarmed.
They were at us, yeah.
Well, anyway, and then it rained for, I think it was longer than you think. I want to say an hour and a half.
It could be.
On and off.
I have no idea.
But at one point it was torrential. I mean, our heads were just down, and it was blowing from the side. It was
coming right in the side of my face.
It was just soaking. Fortunately, it was warm outside, so that I didn't get chilled, because that's always what happens.
Yeah.
But it was warm, fortunately.
But yeah, I mean,
kept
we were
just
soaked
plugging.
otherwise.
We
Yeah.
just kept trudging.
And literally,
and
you're
going.
walking with your head down like this because otherwise the rain is just hitting you right in the eyes.
Yeah, and it pelting and that kind of thing.
Yes.
So it let up for a bit, and then we saw lightning off to the
West, east. Yeah.
Fortunately, it wasn't. It was far away. It
Yeah.
wasn't anything that we were too concerned about because being up on the levee, we are the high points.
Yeah.
So,
And there's nowhere to go.
and there is nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fortunately, it was off to the left, and it was right, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But then it rained again pretty hard. I was like, I think we're done, and then
Yeah.
there
Here
did
comes
it
again. Yeah.
Anyway,
But then
so
it did stop.
It did
So,
stop,
yeah.
fortunately. Yes.
But we got about then 13 miles
Mm-hmm.
in, I guess. We were planning on an 18 point, close to almost
Mm-hmm.
19 miles. We had 6 left to go.
Yes.
And we got to a park.
Which was our water stop.
That was the water stop. It was a planned stop. Yes. And we got there. I'll put the name here below. And we just decided to stop there. One, because we had water. Where we were going was dry, and we wouldn't have had water then all the way to here where we are currently. So it was a long carry of water. So we just decided we would stop there and have water.
Yes.
So we camped for the night.
It was right outside of Moorhaven as well.
Right, just
Yes.
south of Moorhaven.
Yes. And in addition to that, I think we also stopped just because potentially Larry wasn't sure what he was going to do,
Right.
where he was going to get off.
He was still
how
making
was
some
gonna get off.
decisions.
So
Yeah.
it just kind of behooved everyone to stop there.
Yeah, and it was a good place. You can't camp in that camp
park.
but we went back south just slightly outside of the park. We hope, and who knows? Because in the dark, and there's no defined lines of where the park
Right.
ends. So
Yeah.
anyway, we camped for the night there. Then this morning we got up at 7 or something
Yes.
like that, 6-7 o'clock, and
Looked
started
at the weather again because
Yep.
we were planning to do another night hike situation.
right.
But at that point, we looked at the weather, and it was overcast, and the high was 80 degrees. Mm-hmm. And Larry was getting off in
Right.
Moorhaven, so he was leaving us that morning. So we just decided to, all right, well, we're going to hike today.
Right. Yep. So it was a good 10 degrees cooler.
Yes.
So we just decided we
Nice
would
breeze
just
all day.
Yeah, we would just plug through the two of us. So we walked with Larry for I don't know, a mile and a half or so into the town of Moorhaven, and then we split ways there. He went into town to get a ride home, unfortunately, and then we continued on. So we had a 17-mile day then because we did the 6 from last night, and then our planned 11 from today. So we are currently at the Twin Palms resort.
It's a
RV resort. Yeah. I mean, the rest of the day, I mean, you saw the footage at this point. It's just, it was levee walking,
It's just walking.
more. And it was just straight and flat, and that's all it was. So
Yeah,
again,
we listened to a book.
Yeah, we are so just to in case anybody is asking, we are listening to
Hyperion Cantos.
Hyperion Cantos by
So-
Dan Simmons.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a book that I've now read the 4 entire novels, which each are kind of like 600 pages long. They're immense. But anyway, they might be more than that. But I've read all 4 of them and love them. We have now read the first book. This is my 3rd time reading it.
I'm not a big reader, and so this is now my 4th time because every trail I keep restarting it, and it's like, okay, let me try again. And
So that we have something to talk about throughout the course of the day, something
Right.
different and academic to kind of have a conversation about.
Right.
But yeah.
So anyway, so we're trying that. We're trying the Audible.
Audiobook.
Yeah, now. So we'll see how that goes,
Oh, we did
especially
listen to that
with
today.
these long, boring flat sections. So, so that was pretty much our day. We did take a break. We took a nice, lovely
1 to 3.
nap, or
was
kind
nice,
of to
yeah.
dry. We did a little
Drying out.
of our gear. What's the word I'm looking for? A garage sale. To get our tent dry because every morning it's damp and the fly is just saturated. So that's just what we are encountering here. I think only one morning so far we had a dry tent. Otherwise, so yeah, just the condensation, not the rain. So, But that's pretty much it, I think, for today.
Yeah.
And then, so tomorrow we are doing the 17 miles into
Okeechobee.
the town of Okeechobee, yes.
We're getting up early.
Yeah, so we get up early, we'll get
A little hotter
there.
tomorrow.
Yep, try to beat some of the heat, get there midday, and then we are planning on a 0 the following day. So just to take a day off in Okeechobee, kind of reset and get ready for the next section. So, all right.
Yes, sir.
All right, that is it for days 9 and 10, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. All right, and this is us for the night. It's a little different than our norm. So when we checked in, they said that they could offer us this space here. So we've actually set our tent up in this little gazebo. It was $30 for the night with electricity, which was great. We've only put the tent up in here, honestly, because of the mosquitoes. So we just want it is a screened-in porch, but it is not completely screened. So we wanted to make sure that we were bug-free as much as possible for the night. So yes, it's a mess. We'll get it cleaned up here shortly. We just finished our dinner, and that is it. So there we are for the night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.